Life isn't a collection of equal decisions. 99% of your choices don't really matter, but the remaining 1% change everything. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to present you one of those choices. A master switch that's fully in your control and that, depending on your decision, can either make your next 5 years an unproductive and aimless struggle or an engineered path that will turn you into the person you've always wanted to be. It's your choice. Welcome to Chinchilla. Today's choice is not about what you do with your life, but about how you interact with your life's journey. Let me show you what I mean by introducing you to two very different people, the passenger and the pilot. You are one of them. In fact, every single person on Earth can be represented by one or the other. Let's meet them. The passenger has no internal direction. They are tossed around by external change. Life happens to them. They are a passive subject of their own life's journey. Not because they lack skill or desire, but because they are too busy dealing with the day-to-day demands of what they call real life to actually consider any alternative. As a result, they don't act, they react. They go through the motions, doing things out of habit, obligation, or peer pressure. But the passenger isn't dull and gray. They have dreams and goals too. It's just that there's always an excuse to dismiss or postpone them. It's never the right time, it's too late, or they're just unlucky. The passenger is forced to see themselves as a victim of their own circumstances because the alternative, taking responsibility, would be too hard to swallow. But every now and then, the passenger can help but look out the window and see with growing unease that the weeks, the months, and the years are flying by, and yet they remain where they started or are moving in a direction they never truly wanted. And it's scary. And as that angst grows more and more, the passenger usually chooses one of three options. Some try to fill the void with meaningless activities, hoping that hours of mindless scrolling will keep them from ever facing their own thoughts. Others become apathetic, convincing themselves that it's too late to do anything and trying to pretend to accept their own fate. And then there's a small group of passengers who decide to take action. They've had enough, it's time to take control over their own life. Unfortunately, after years of frustration, many of them are desperate, and so they end up taking rash decisions without preparation. They jump out of the plane with no parachute. And let's just say it rarely ends well. Now let's meet the pilot. The pilot is in command of their own life. They don't let others decide the journey for them. They seize control and act upon it, reflectively and intentionally. Not because they're smarter or better than the passenger, but because they have spent the time to perfectly align who they want to become, what they want to achieve, and how they're gonna do it. They've mastered the success triangle. As a result, every decision, big or small, is a conscious step towards a defined future. And they take it with the strength and the confidence of someone who knows their stuff and has a clear sense of purpose. The pilot isn't rigid, though. They don't just chart course and let the plane fly itself because they know that the journey will be filled with challenges. Does that bother them? Nope. They're ready. So instead of with fear, the pilot tackles challenge with anticipation. They adapt, they embrace change, and those hurdles that will drive the passenger to inaction become opportunities for the pilot to learn and to improve. And just like that, those momentary setbacks become fuel for the future progress. Armed with relentless focus and a flexible and always improving strategy, progress just happens, not by luck, but by sheer determination. And so the pilot isn't afraid to look out of the window because they know where they're going, they know how to get there, and they can see that they're moving in the right direction. The pilot smiles. Their life is meaningful and fulfilling. So what about you? You're standing at a critical crossroads right now, and what you decide to do will shape the next 5 years of your life. Are you fine just existing and watching life as it happens, or are you gonna step up and take the reins of your own life story? Will you be the passenger or the pilot? It's your choice. And here's your first step if you want to be like the pilot and embrace the power of the success triangle. Pause. Set your phone aside and dedicate some real time to look within and answer the important questions. Who do you want to become? Your future identity? What do you want to achieve? Your goals? And what specific actions and habits can you implement in the next 3 months to start moving towards that direction? Because small steps, day after day, compound to life-changing results. Start today, and you won't regret it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, we have 2 more coming every week, so hit subscribe. See you soon, here, as always, in Chinchilla.